Hello everyone. Today I got my lucky purple manatee shirt, so I'm definitely going to bring it. We're going to play some 1 minute. Today I'm going to start with F4. I had a phase when I was in high school where I saw these videos on the internet by GM Henrik Danielsen of Iceland, who my friend still claims to this day I made up whole cloth. But he advocated the system of the bird, which is usually called the reverse Leningrad, but he instead called it the polar bear, and I was hooked. Much like the dragon has an excellent, and we've won a pawn with it, excellent advertisement in the form of its name, the polar bear was, of course, to me at least, an appealing name for an opening. I don't think they have any useful discoveries on the knight, so we have time to solidify the extra pawn. 2 pawns now. Clearly an exceptional opening. I'm going to play slowly for c4, try to dislodge their dominant knight. But I'm going to take my time because I don't think they have anything too annoying they can do on the way. They can take on c3. Well, that seems kind of annoying. And now they take on g2 and they move their queen and then they take on d1. Ooh, I blundered this very badly, but they missed the idea. Alright, I got very lucky here. Having taken a safe 2-pawn up position and somehow put myself in extreme danger. But so I was watching Henrik Danielsen videos, and it really appealed to me. He had this offbeat way of playing it. I had never seen it before, so I picked it up. I started playing it in competitive state championship type events, and I think my results can best be described as mediocre. And it probably was not good for my actual development. But I still have a soft spot for the opening. I really want to take on e6 because it's cute. They can take on c5. This was not good either, but you know, I am up 3 pawns, so it's hard to do that much damage to the position. Way too slowly advance my pawns. The king cannot stay there for long, and that is in fact checkmate. Alright, we're going to give a rematch, though I'd like to look back sometime at the 1f4 openings, because I find them interesting. Let's play a Rubinstein French if we get the chance. We did not. I have faced this before on video, and I came up with something weird to do there. We're going to try something different weird. a5 makes no sense. They don't have the b4 advance that they're playing for. This is really crummy position to get against the wing gambit. Now g4 almost traps my knight. Ooh, this is trouble. I'm gonna try to play bishop g5, either induce f4, after which I will. Ooh, let's run. After which I will check and displace the king. Too scary. Got to get rid of the knight. It'd be lovely if they trade for the bishop. The French bishop on c8 is not a good piece. Now if I can play the ooh, I missed this too. I was thinking if I could play the e5 break, I could start freeing my position. I think I still want it. Get my bishop into the game, get an active knight. I'm threatening bishop takes g4. I might have some compensation for the exchange. I do have a pawn for it. Alright, maybe I could play e4, maybe I can take on d4. I think I'm going to play e4, try to break up their pawns. Alright, probably should have gone the other way. Let's try to play rook e8. It's not good. It's not good. Threaten queen f2. We're not hanging mate on f7 yet. Queen f2 doesn't do anything. We now are hanging mate on f7. Okay, I can resign this. Let's find a new opponent. Alright, 1 for 2. Got to figure out something to do against the wing gambit. Alright, I'm liking e6 and d5 setups. Knight f6 allows the exchange with bishop g5, which a lot of people like, but I don't think it's so bad for black. I think there's some interesting ideas where black causes some early exchanges. I should play c6. And then there's this knight h5 idea, where by trading off these bishops, I can then play g6 and f5 and really try to get a clamp on e4. And if white doesn't have e4, they have less play than usual. They can't play f3 because of queen e3. Often white plays for f3 and e4. I'm going to take that because with their broken up pawns, I think d4 is a weakness and they don't have a clear way to expand. I'm now going to play knight f6, think about knight e4, and I just have to worry about b4, b5, and if I keep that under control, I like my position. I'm going to take a pawn. I am a pawn grubber. I mean, okay, I'll take a second pawn. And come back to d6, maybe play rook f7 next to try to counter on the file. I might have dropped queen h6 might be a problem sometimes. So if rook takes, now with queen h6, I have queen f8, and I can drive them away. Maybe bishop d7. If queen there, then maybe queen c8. And if queen d6, queen d8 covers e7 infiltrations. Maybe knight e4 to try to block the file. Now the file is hard for them to use. I want bishop e6 and rook d8. Queen d7. I think everything's under control. Okay, maybe h6, play for g5. They clearly wanted to stop that. They did just get themselves an outpost on g6. That might be a little scary. But queen d1 check looks pretty decent. Yeah, they blundered this. Ooh. Okay. They did find an in-between move, but yeah. Alright. 2 for 3. Okay, we'll give a rematch again. Let's play f4, the polar bear. I feel like I did not complete my story, but I don't know if my story was going anywhere. That's okay. So this is the Fromm's gambit. Bishop d6. G5 is the move most players play. I think knight f6 is a bit trickier for white to defend. So knight f6, d4. Now I'm going to pin the knight. It can often come to g4 and threaten stuff on h2. I should look at this game afterwards. G5 is probably reasonable, followed by knight g4. I'm going to have trouble, or knight e4. I'm going to have trouble keeping my structure together. I think I'm going to question the knight as quickly as possible. Try for e4. Maybe e3 is a little safer. I really would like to trade off pieces. I feel their structure has some weaknesses. And I'm just generally pretty scared. Queen h4, I'll play g3. Queen f6 check, that's a better move, yeah. Play king g1, cd4, I will meet with knight e4. I think I can still play knight e4. Still trying to trade pieces desperately. Take on d6. Ooh, totally missed that. I thought I would defend it next turn. Still scary. Alright, let's come back here. Control e3. Unpleasant position. I feel they must have a win here, but I don't see it. And important to try to, keep giving them positions where you don't see the immediate win for them. If you can delay it long enough, sometimes you win. They come into e2, I take on d4. Gotta keep e3. Alright, we held out long enough. Okay, one more game. We're 3 for 4. I'm going to play an e6, d5 setup again. And allow this, because I think we got a nice position out of the opening last time. I'm avoiding castling because I really want knight h5 to be playable. And then just go for this g6, f5 idea. Clamp on e4. I think it did well last time. This time they put their knight on f3, so their rook directly defends e3, but this also makes it harder for them to play f3 to defend e4. Maybe queen f6. Keeping an eye on d4 such that if they play e4, they have to be willing to give up the d4 pawn to do it. Those we saw last game, they seem quite willing to do so. Alright, gonna finish development. Knight c5 might be good for them. I'm going to try to keep this a little closed. Yeah. I don't have a good way to defend that pawn. So let's chuck it. Knight b7 now threatens knight d6. This was a bad score for the queen. Luckily, they gave me time to cover c8. Now, I can't come to d7 because of e6, so I think I have to come here. But if I can play knight c7 to e6, then my position looks okay. And it seems they've not found anything active to do. I'm a little slow, so got to be careful around the clock. Threatening to come into e3. Possibly I had it as an in-between move, but I do not think so. I'm going to play h5 and king h6. Let's play e6, a6. Stop any breaks over there. Maybe bring my rooks here and here and then play g5. That might not be very good. Let's try to create something against g2. Because I can triple here, and it doesn't look like they have a way to defend it. They should not take back rook, they should move their king. My queen should have come into b1 though. Oh, I missed that. Let's take here, threaten f3. Alright, and we have mate. Okay. 4 for 5. Played some bird openings. Polar bears, as we call it. I think I'll record another session and maybe talk more about the glory of f4 in that one. Cheers.